St Neots Town 4, Kettering 3. Before we go into the game, we got Louis and Adrian here, together with Andy and Ian. Before we go into the game, we just everybody involved in the club want to say thank you very much to 50 or so supporters who came up and cleared and moved, must be 50 tons of snow. Can't thank you enough. I would like to say, from my point of view, the win's for you lot. For you to clear that pitch and us to lose, I would have been pretty upset. But and I think we all would have been upset. But you've cleared the pitch for us. Thank you very much. It's been a thrilling game, and we come out 4-3. We're joined now with Adrian and Louis. Adrian got the first one, Louis got the second, but that wasn't part of it. It's just part of their game. They're totally influential in the whole game. So what do you think of that one then, Adi?
I'm a little disbelief really how we come back from 3-0 down, but we were creating chances, weren't we? Even at 3-0 down, we felt if we get one, then we could get two and then push on from there. And obviously the first one.
Do you know how long ago when we was 3-0 down?
An hour or something?
30 minutes.
Half hour to go, yeah.
We had 30 minutes to go.
What's up?
What do you mean, what's up?
Interview Louis. You're supposed to talk.
You're supposed to say, what about the game?
That was good, yeah. I'm surprised we come back, in all honesty. Nothing was working for us.
No, there wasn't, and I think we had a lot of chances. Let's go through the first half, and I was a bit confused by the formation, but I think the management team over there can let us all into the secret of what they were trying to do.
We was just blind panic.
Yeah. we just asked Junior where he wanted to play and we put him there. No, we changed things around slightly. We sort of, obviously without Jay, we felt that we lacked possibly somebody to link up with Adrian and get on the ball a little bit more. Woody's been doing ever so well his last few games, and explained to him that he was unfortunate not to be in the squad, in the starting lineup today, but we felt we needed possibly a bit more experience and passing ability with Louis in there. And with that, we just pushed Junior up and played him just behind Doobie. But I think it sort of, we lacked out balls, if I'm being honest. Junior was coming in to look after the ball, and he was neat and tidy in there, but there wasn't much beyond him. Nobody was making runs beyond him when he tucked in. I thought we were brief and frank and honest at half time, and we were poor. Defensively, our shape was poor. We were looking to play forward all the time. Our wide players didn't join in, or they didn't tuck in. It was, as you said, we were all over the place. But we changed it to 4-4-2. Yeah,
we looked unbalanced, but you changed to 4-4-2 within the team you had, which was you're more than capable. 10 minutes before half time? So we went in there 1-0 down, coming out thinking, yeah, we got our balance right again. And then they got 2 goals out.
Yeah, they got two sloppy goals, not picking up in the box again. We just slipped back to defensively how we have been previously. We wasn't holding the ball up front enough. We wasn't clever enough with our movement up front. We were standing still and waiting for things to happen for us, and that wasn't good enough. So we had to make the changes. And the positive change was, unfortunately for Junior, he had a slight knock, just a bit of a dead leg. So rather than risk him, and we took him off, and we just had a little reshuffle, put Louis back in the middle, and then moved Ryan up to right mid, and put young Lewis on, who done really, really well for his first appearance. He set up your first goal, good ball into the...
Yeah, he did. Well, let's go back to those subs a minute. Let's go back to half an hour left, 3-0 down, and you come up with it was a nice cross from Ryan.
It was on a plate really, I couldn't really miss, to be honest. I had to make the most of it.
It was right round the back, and you had a nice dive in there. They got the ball, got back up the spot, and then we really pounded them, didn't we?
After that, it was only one-way traffic, wasn't it, really? And we created chances after chance, and it was a matter of time before we got the second and the third. We left it late, but it was...
I think how many chances they had.
Well, we had...
None after that, really.
Yeah, well, don't forget, this is the side we played and we've gone through a similar vein halfway through the season where you become a bit of a nervous side, and we done that, didn't we, mid-season?
Yeah.
We were a little bit nervous to move forward and do things, and they basically collapsed, didn't they?
Yeah. During the winter we was real poor. Just couldn't really get anything going forward, and defensively it was usual at the start of seasons.
Yeah.
Just carried on.
Yeah. And then we got 2 goals in, and we got the 3rd goal in the 89th minute, where everybody would have said, well, let's have a draw. And then, if I remember, it was a breakaway, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was a throw-in near our box, and then he's just throwing it, and Andre's just clipped it, and Jack's just held onto the ball, and I just kept on running, really. Just ended up at my feet.
Yeah. And what did you just say to me in the bar when I said to you, was you nervous about that one? Go on, tell them. Come on.
No, it's just easy.
He was never going to miss it.
I asked him in the bar earlier. I said it's pretty hard to do that. How did you feel thinking, 92nd minute, 3-3, come back from 3-0 down, and it's all down to you, and you've got to run 45 yards and stick it in the back there.
It was that whole movement. I mean, the ball come into Andre, and it was a fantastic first touch, and a little chip over, and he slid the ball into Jack, didn't he? And Jack's played a great sort of reverse pass through it for you, and a great run forward. And I thought you were going to clip it first time. But it's tremendous. We were saying in there, to be fair to Louis, I mean, we'll be honest with him now, it's if you could pick anyone inside to run through in the last minute to put the target, it wouldn't have been Louis.
No, no, it would. He's 22 and he's one of our most experienced players.
We said that. Out of everyone in the team, we would have
Yeah. Louis done it before. We've seen him do it before. Now let's get through to these new debutants. We brought Andre on second half.
Yeah.
And, boy, what a difference that would make.
Yeah, he's very talented winger. He's so positive on the ball. He commits players quite. He's got good feet, so he commits them, just nicks it past them and beats them. Yeah, he's a great prospect.
He slows the fullbacks down really well, doesn't he? And then he sort of, it's quick and then slows them down, then goes again, and he just shifts crosses, and he did it 3 or 4 times.
Mate, he's hit the post. He's done well there, cut inside, curled it round the keeper, curled it round the last man, hit the post. Unfortunate that one, and then just at the end there, he just tried to push it past the keeper, and the keeper got a foot to it. Lucky as because the goal was gaping open for a 5th.
Yeah, and that was a good debut. Don't forget, he's only been on the pitch for 20, 30 minutes, and didn't know anyone. So, hopefully there's more to come. Now let's go into young Ryan, who we moved forward from half time. That was a bit of a strange move.
We've been in training, and to be fair, in training I've been setting it up this week with young Louis playing at right back and Ryan playing in front of him, because we was conscious of putting this Louis in the middle of the park for this game, and it's worked well in training. They've looked sharp in training, looked like good balance and cover there, so it was never a problem for us to do that during the game, because we've worked on it for 2 sessions. So and when he's, like I say, he's come on, his first contribution really has been to put a ball in the box for Sears are just not home.
Yeah, and young Louis who come on in the second half early in second half at right back, and he looked very composed, didn't he?
Yeah, he's decent on the ball. He's been educated the right way. He's sitting over there. I don't really want to say too much about him. Yeah, he's filming it.
Standing behind him filming it.
Yeah, he's filming it.
No, I thought he was very composed. Come on. Both of them down the right were looking in some really tempting balls, weren't they?
It's as we've been talking in the week, and I said to Pari,
you knocked some good balls in down there as well, don't worry.
Yeah, just not as many as they did.
Just not today. Yeah, it's not today.
He was the enforcer's sidekick today.
We've said that in training, like we said.
Didn't be up front Wednesday.
That's not bad. That's not a bad shirt.
Good finisher.
We say that. I remember Louis getting 3 or 4 goals in a friendly up front. Remember, mate?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I remember that.
Remind these.
I remember that. So what we've got, we've got a very young side there, and sorry to say it, Ed, but you're one of the oldest. Besides you and Gav. Okay, then we've got Junior, and Louis is only 22, all the rest under 21, so it's going to take time, but it's good to have enthusiasm. And I think if you could have asked for something today, it would be, to show their mettle and show how they can come back. And any team, whoever you are, to come back from 3-0 down to 4-3 in half hour ago, that don't happen very often.
Well, I think the key was their bench was screaming out at them, don't throw this away, don't regret this, don't throw it away. They didn't. We just done what we knew we was capable of doing from the first minute, which is started to play forward and start to be positive on the ball. And once we start to do that, you can't leave any space, because we will attack you, whether it was Dan Jacobs on the wing or the new guy Costa. We're gonna tear you apart, because the players we're bringing into the club fit the mould of how we want to play.
Yeah.
So teams can't afford to try and press us and squeeze us, because they'll leave little gaps and then we'll just be able to play behind you.
And the key to us is get it wide.
We said at half time, I think the one thing to take out is just to start sliding balls in between fullbacks and centre halves on the shoulders, and we did it for fun.
Well,
that's the difference. We sat in there and we said, we think this will work if we try this, and the boys went out and had a go, and it's not us saying we're right, it's them identifying that it was working. And then Carl looked more lively because he was getting in.
I think Jack helped him. Jack Werbley, he helped him terribly. He's decent. I don't know. Jack Werbley. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's made a big difference. The last couple of games he's come on as sub. He's not knocking for a shout now at starting a game, because he has looked decent and lively. And that little Freddie ball, reverse ball for you.
Yeah, great ball.
Yeah, it was.
And Jack worked very, very, very hard. I wasn't going to call his surname. I call him Young Jack. He worked very hard, not only on the ball, but he worked hard off the ball. Yeah, and he tried to muscle them and chase them and tackle, and really made them into making bad passes. So, all in all, good day at the office. Could have been a disastrous day, but never in doubt, Andy. Really, but at the end of the day, we want to win. Of course, we want to win. But we are developing them. You can't bring 4 players into the club, stick them straight in the side. You've got to change it around, give people a go. And we got this team again on Wednesday, and I don't really know what to expect Wednesday. Yeah,
we know everything they've got.
They're a young side, and they're trying to play football the right way, which is ideal for us. Because it's nice to play a game where it's just not launched at us and it's coming down our throat. They've tried to play, they've tried to get it down. They're a young side, they're eager, they're keen to carry on and do what the gaffer asks them to do. So it'll be a good game Wednesday night.
Yeah, they did. And what we said when I went to Cambridge City, and I came back with a report, the centre half's a good lad. He's a real old-fashioned centre half, and not much gets past him. So we had to watch that today. And when we sussed that in the first half, he was gobbling everything up. In the second half, we kept the ball away from him, didn't we?
We kept it down. It was slid in.
Yeah, it was away from him.
What we spoke about that in the change room at half time, how to play around him and drag him into positions he don't want to be in, and we did that in the second half, and we're justified winners here today. Let's not be under any illusions.
Oh no, there's no illusions about that. It just goes to show what can be done with enthusiasm and skillful football.
So coming back from that, just finally for me, is there's not many teams that will come back from 3 down, like you said, but to have a sort of a fresh, new sort of squad in there, if you like, which is what it felt like really in the change room. There was a buzz in there after I was messing around with the fines. There's 4 new faces in there, and still to show that desire to come back and win, for them boys to come on and then have that input, which you usually get that from a seasoned squad that are working hard for each other. So for everyone to work that hard for each other was fantastic today.
And I agree with that. And I said earlier in there, if you could have written that down first and had that sort of enthusiasm and come back the way we did, that's exactly what you'd like. So it's in the locker now, isn't it? It's in the locker now. So we move on to Wednesday night to another game against Kettering and on to Bashley. Then a good game down at Banbury, and then Monday against Bedford here, which we hope to get a good crowd because we owe them one. And hopefully the pitch will get a bit better, and it won't be so slippery, because I don't think that helped us a lot today, did it?
It's difficult. I mean,
it skidded
people were slipping
a lot
and sliding a little bit, but it shouldn't affect the sort of passing because it was quite slick. So second half we showed that, and we created enough chances to win the game.
Well, that's good. Well done, lads. We're all very happy. Hopefully Adam can get these highlights up or the interview up and keep the fans all buzzing. So we move on to Wednesday, and thanks very much. Cheers.